Listen to what Peter Obi and Kwankwaso said to Tinubu after officially joining the NDC.
Your Excellency and my dear brother, Rabiu Kwankwaso, our chairman, and of course, let me stand on all you and existing protocols. You can see that what we did by, when I say let the woman speak, shows that this party will support affirmative action for women. Yes, because it's too long when 50% of our population are not participating in our production. Because the party will definitely move the country from consumption to production. Nigeria will be okay. We thank Kwankwaso sincerely, and I join him to thank the leader for the warm welcome. And I assure him that we are coming here to be peaceful part of the family, that work hard to build a united, secure, prosperous Nigeria that will work for everybody. Kwankwaso has been so is a leader at the forefront of education, at the forefront of providing primary health care, at the forefront of pulling people out of poverty. Because we want to build a country where a child of nobody can be somebody without knowing anybody. That is what we want to do. But we are using this occasion to plead to the government of today. You know that I contested the election in 2023 in a different party. Rabiu Kwankwaso contested the same election in a different party. But the government of today have ensured that they put up crisis upon crisis, which led to litigations and everything in our party that made us to abandon those parties and move to join another party, thinking that our situation will abate. But what we saw is that they carried the same problem to where we went to, creating several unresolved litigations and everything. And today, we've left that place to NDC, where the leader have already told us no litigation. We are pleading with them, for sake of democracy, please, don't come here. We are pleading with you. We want to have peace. We want to build the party. We don't want cases. We are pleading with the judiciary. Please end cases in parties so we can face the job of building a new Nigeria that is possible. So we can share the job of caring where our country is deteriorating today. Just yesterday, I saw a third world developing country, Bangladesh, order for the highest order of plane, 14 new planes at $3.7 billion. Our country has no national carrier. So we want to start building. Please, let there be no litigation. Party members, please don't go to court. We want to build a party. We are not lawyers. Those of us who are lawyers, we want you to be good practitioners. What we want is party. We will lock doors. We've been welcomed. Things will work well for this party. Women and children will be proud of this party. This party will form government that will rescue Nigeria. Will form government that will ensure that Nigerians can live in Nigeria without living in fear. Will show that a mother will no longer cry for a child that left money for school and will not return. That a mother will not cry for a child that went to work or went to farm and will not return. That our farmers will go back to farm. That will ensure that Nigerians will no longer, in their millions, go to bed not knowing where the next meal will come the next day. That is what we want to fight. We don't want to spend our time in litigation and fighting ourselves. We want to spend our time in dealing with issues affecting the ordinary Nigeria. I thank you, all of you that are gathered here and want to be part of this. You've been informed. The register is about to close. This ship is about to sail. Please do everything possible to join.
We came here together with our team to consult His Excellency the leader of this party on our ideology, our blueprints, and all what we believe in, especially my humble self and His Excellency Peter Obi. And we realize we are all on the same page, believing in education, believing in empowerment of young men and women, believing in security, and of course, believing in a very peaceful, united Nigeria. So, as we are going, during the discussion, we realized that the party, the NDC, is submitting its register, I think, on the 6th. Now, at this point, I would like to invite all Nigerians, including our brothers and sisters who are in diaspora, especially those who are interested in contesting elections in this party, to register as soon as possible. Service to the people. So, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, now that we realized that we only have a couple of days within which we have to register, and we decided before coming out that all of us will register by the grace of God today. And once again, I want all of us who are here, and those of us who believe in us and who believe in promoting the peace and the progress of this country, to register with NDC.
Oh, well, you recall that when I said I wasn't going to speak for him again, I said I will not speak for a man that I don't understand his position on important national issues. I say I will not speak for a man who, even if he wins and Nigerians give him his vote, he does not have what it takes. He does not have the capacity to even secure his own victory. So the issue of saying whether the coalition will be affected, the coalition will not be affected in any way. Peter Obi, within 6 months, changed parties 3 times. You could recall, since he defected to NDC, I've not taken it as anything serious or anything relevant to bother myself. Because by December 30th, he was a member of Labour Party. By December 31st, he was a member of ADC. By May 3rd, he is a member of NDC. I am sure, if not for the restriction in the Electoral Act, before the close of the registration or the membership time, I'm sure he will be a member of another party. That is his nature. But let me say it, changing parties is not what questions your capacity, your competence, or your character. It is the reason that you adduced for changing the party. Peter Obi said, I don't have a problem with David Mark, meaning he didn't have a problem with the ADC. He said, I don't have a problem with Atiku Abubakar, meaning he does not have any problem with the aspirants. Then what is the reason he gave? He said, I don't like challenges. I don't like trouble. ADC is going through challenges, legal and otherwise. And I like to run away to where there is peace, to where there is no trouble. And I now ask, how can this same man ask Nigerians to entrust Nigeria in his care when Nigeria is the most challenged country in the world today? Nigeria is both physically and mentally challenged in all capacity. Nigeria is the 4th most terrorized nation on earth. Nigeria has borrowed itself to bankruptcy. Nigeria, as I'm talking to you, the bandits tie people on the tree and put fire under them to burn them. In Kwara, in Kogi, in Niger. So how can a man who says running away from challenges be able to face the challenges we are facing in Nigeria today, I am sorry. The P2B's temperament and his capacity is incompatible with the requirement of Nigeria of today. So the ADC cannot possibly be missing anything. Recall that before he came to ADC in December 31st, his political career was already dead. He was losing his polling unit in his own state by the gubernatorial candidate that he chose by himself. Recall that even when one member of the House of Assembly of Labour Party died, they fielded his widow to know whether they can get the sympathy of the people. But because of the rejection of Anambra people to Peter Obi's leadership star, they still voted against the innocent widow. So recall that before he entered ADC, his political career was already dead. So dead that he could not even enter ADC from his own state, Anambra State. He entered ADC from Enugu State, my own state, where he believed that the toxic on the toxin will not overwhelm him. So ADC actually gave him a lifeline. Peter Obi needed ADC. ADC did not need him because we were already moving on without him. So when he came into ADC with his normal toxic followers, with their own penchant of not wanting democracy at the primary level or at the secondary level, obviously, I knew he was going to go. Let me reveal one secret to you. The first day I was consulted in this coalition, and that was before the unveiling, they asked me, so how is the possibility of ADC performing in the Southeast? I told them plainly and straight away, don't build anything on P2B because he's not going to contest under ADC because he will eventually leave. Why was I so sure? Because he's a man that has morbid fear for primary election. He has never been in one, and he will not be in one until he finishes his political career. He became a governor. He entered into primary election. He failed and lost to Ralph Mosu in Apga. And then he still managed to find the leaders to cancel that primary, and they still gave him the ticket. That was how he became governor. And so when he gave the reason of challenges, of course, he lied, because his main reason is that he does not want to face the primary election. And let me tell you another thing, because ADC was fully prepared to convince the whole world that P2B is not interested in democracy. When he came into ADC, he gave a condition that he should be allowed to produce the National Organization Secretary, National Organizing Secretary, NOS. And the reason he gave is that so that he will be the one to conduct the primary. And ADC said, fine, take. When we were doing the e-registration, P2B again and his followers asked to be in charge of the e-registration. And that was why they put my sister, Aisha Yusuf, to be in charge and Obi aid, so that all the members of ADC in the primary will be determined by P2B. And then P2B was to organize the primary. That was why you did not hear him say, this primary is dollarized, it's monetized. That's the reason I'm going. Because he was to be the one to organize the primary. Yet, he was still afraid of free and fair election. Not, of course, of zoning. Because he went to even southern aspirants in order for them to